Man, Netflix is really killing it with these miniseries. I just got done watching Cassandra. This is a German limited series that's based off a smart house. I just really dug the premise, the aesthetic, them jumping from like the 70s into present day. This dealing with a family that is dealing with the loss of another family member. We have four characters. Sam is the mom. David is the father. The oldest son is Finn, and then the youngest kid is Juno. And pretty much this family moves into this house that used to be a smart home. Back in the 70s, it was like the first of its kind, which is kind of interesting. The aesthetic, when you go into it, it feels like none of the furniture was moved. It looks abandoned. It has all this like greenery like growing out on the top of it. It was a really cool looking house. They move here because Sam's sister offed herself. She deleted herself, and Juno was the youngest daughter, found her body. So to kind of get away from the place they were at, they thought it would be a good idea to just get away and move into a new space, not knowing that as soon as they get there, once Cassandra powers up, this is where things really start to kind of get interesting. Weird things start to begin to happen around the house, and Cassandra wastes no time creating rifts between Sam and her family. For the most part, the story just really focuses on Cassandra and Sam. You have other like subplots like Finn dealing with being the new guy, having feelings for this other kid, dealing with like acceptance and being gay and whatnot. That's cool and all. I thinking back of it, it just doesn't really fit with the overall story, in my opinion. I'm not mad at the story. I think it was well handled. I just felt like I was expecting a little bit more, something more dire to happen between those two, Finn and Steven. But that aside, Juno is also having a hard time fitting in school, trying to find new things to get into. She tries out for ballet, tries to sing. Nothing seems to kind of really work, and she's constantly being ignored. So makes it an easy target for Cassandra to kind of fit herself in there and kind of push Sam out as the mom. But the mom, Sam, catches on to the weirdness off rip. Everybody else kind of ignores it until it's too late. And all these weird occurrences start to happen around Cassandra and Sam to make it look like she's crazy. Like, there's a scene where Juno brings a gun to school and fires that bitch off. I was like, yo, did she just kill somebody? And then there's another scene that was fucking crazy, bro. I did not expect them to go that hard with that scene where there's a little girl that gets trapped in the oven and you see her fucking cooking, like you see her boiling. I was like, fuck, it didn't go as far as that, but that was pretty graphic, especially for like Netflix and how people are kind of sensitive to with kids and violence and stuff like that. They did not hold back. I appreciate when they do it in a tasteful way, but also just don't hold back at all. And all these things, these weird things that are happening in the house and with the kids and whatnot, are being blamed on Sam. So Cassandra's whole plan is starting to kind of work, where now she's looked at as the crazy person because nobody believes that this smart house is the one causing all this mayhem. And while we're seeing this stuff play out in modern day, we also see the origins of Cassandra and how she went from being a human to this robotic body. Her dealing with cancer, also kind of dealing with the paranoias of her husband possibly cheating on her, coming to the realization that she is being cheated on, and even the husband has a whole another kid with another woman. She has a secret daughter that has this deformity that they kept locked up within the house, which I thought that this was going to happen, that she was still going to be alive by the end of it, and she was going to save everybody and stop Cassandra, but that's not exactly what happened at all. It was actually a lot sadder than I expected, where, once we kind of get Sam out the way, the last episode so happens to be a Christmas episode, or leads into Christmas, and the last episode deals with the family being held hostage by Cassandra and Sam having to save her family, and the stuff that she puts them through mentally is fucking crazy, especially David, where David is like my least favorite character because he just doesn't see the signs and he just doesn't care at the same time. He gets to the point where Cassandra puts pressure on him, saying like, yo, if you don't kill her, I will hurt these kids or I'll do something bad to them, knowing as you watch the series that Cassandra really does somewhat care about kids, certain children, even though she will do what's necessary to kind of paint Sam a certain way. She definitely has that dark side to her, and her story is really just tragic. There's a lot of tragedy in her story, and you somewhat sympathize with her, what she's kind of going through, that she kind of got robbed of her life and now she's stuck in this smart home operating things and whatnot, and her husband never kept her promise, because her whole thing is like she wants to make sure Maggie, that's the secret daughter, that gets revealed later, that she will be okay. She deserves to have a life, but she literally died in this place, in this house, with nobody to kind of help her, and it was just so fucking sad. She was just a kid. It's so fucking sad. The more I think about it, I get kind of a little choked up, but this definitely had a lot of dope emotional moments. The only thing, like I said, like the only character arc I didn't really fuck with was David, and just Finn wasn't bad. I just felt like, where was this going? Juno is old enough to know better, you know what I'm saying? It's just little nitpicks here and there, but I really like the poltergeist vibes that this gives off, mixed with like there's hints of there's nods to The Shining. There's like this carpet that literally had the carpet from The Shining in there, so you could kind of definitely see them winking at that a little bit, especially with the scene between Sam and David, when David was trying to kill Sam because he thought that it was the only way that Cassandra was going to let them go. So pretty much it ends with Cassandra and Sam having this moment and having kind of this realization, Cassandra coming to her senses that, she was kind of doing all this for Maggie, and she never wanted to really hurt her kids like that. That's not the type of person she is, but she was kind of just pushed in that direction because she will do anything to protect her family at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And I think the performances all the way around were really fucking dope. You know what I'm saying? I got no complaints with that. Very creepy vibes, some horror vibes there, here and there, but it's definitely still a thriller. I had a fucking ball with this series. It was only 6 episodes long. I wanted more, but I think it did what it needed to do in those 6 episodes, so it didn't feel like it was dragging on. It was more of a straightforward point A to point B. Definitely recommend checking this out if you haven't. If you have checked this out, let me know your thoughts. Until next time, I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.